Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beat through smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah, yeah. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Yeah. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write.
Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before.
Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload.
Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before.
Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers, stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload.
Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beat through smooth bass line. vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Yeah, yeah. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Yeah. Brothers stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Fades with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivation. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air. Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind's eyes. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. They say the world's gone crazy, twisted and strange, but wisdom lasts through every kind of change. Step up, wake up, take control of the fight. We're breaking chains with every word we write. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype. Life's got layers, not just what's in sight. Brothers stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Thomas bringing truth like pages from the past. A voice that echoes, never fading fast. It's a podcast, but it feels like more. Opening doors you've never seen before. Keep
What is going on? What is going on, everybody? We are back. It's been a while. I've been away on Twitter. So, boy, have I got a story for y'all tonight. Before we get into tonight's video, I want to specifically shout out all of the pro-black women that hate me on Twitter. Tonight's show is specifically dedicated to you. That's why I'm wearing this tonight. because y'all are a bunch. I know they're watching, whether they're going to watch the replay or they're going to watch right now or they're watching in an incognito window. These pro-black women on Twitter that hate me every day, they literally falsely accused somebody else of impersonating me. And apparently this happened like last week, because I just found out about it today, or yesterday rather. There was this whole shabam about this one account. And y'all know pro-black women are not that smart. So they believe that any woman that's male-centered is a man. And you can go on Twitter and see any male-centered woman, whether she's white, black, Hispanic, Latino, any woman that doesn't hate men is a mammy, and she's not a woman. She's a man. So these pro-black women, I was banned on Twitter in Twitter jail for a week. So I wasn't even on Twitter. I wasn't posting on Twitter. I was posting on Instagram, TikTok. That was it. I come back. Somebody had messaged me and I was getting tagged in a post by this Twitter pro-black woman named Louie. Shout out to Louie, because I know she's watching. Louie, Noticing, and Danny, Dollface, whatever. I know they're watching. So apparently they thought that this random account was me pretending to be a woman. And I'm like, that is the dumbest crap I've ever heard. So I took the liberty of creating a video specifically for you and the pro-black women, Louie. Because you must defeat Shin Long and SYSBM to stand a chance. So we're going to run that video, and then we're going to get into tonight's show about modern women say misogyny is worse. Are they right? Real stats. Before we do that, shout out to Louie, Danny, Noticing, and all the other pro-black women. Because you have to defeat SYSBM to stand a chance. This one goes out to y'all.
You are out of here.
And just before I play it, I made this video myself. The beat that I made is 100% me making this beat. I used the beat sample from a website, but I made the beat, the video, all of it. Enjoy. Again, you must defeat SYSBM to stand the giants.
You are out of here.
Shit. Got your ass.
gonna do this. That's for y'all pro-black women. Y'all must defeat SYSBM to stand a chance. This video was dedicated to all of the pro-black women out there that hate black men but want to claim misogyny doesn't exist. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's video. Is misogyny worse? And are they right? We're going to get into some stats right about now. So first, we've got to talk about misogyny and misandry. And then we're going to tie it all together with feminism. So what is a misogynist versus a misandrist? And how does feminism tie into all of this? So I want to make sure that y'all can see. So let's make this just a little bit bigger. All right, so a misogynist is a person who considers themselves much superior to women. A misandrist is a person who despises, dislikes, or is strongly prejudiced against men. Now, feminism says it's someone who believes and supports equality between men and women. So, if you go online, if you go online right now, you will not see that. Feminism is gender equality between men and women. That's the whole basis of feminism. That's why feminism was started. But if you go online, whether you go to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you'll see the exact opposite, which feminism got taken over by misandrists. But did you know that a woman can be a misogynist too? You can hate men. Misogyny for men is what misandry is for women. You hate men based on your own experiences. So a misogynist, a woman's place is in the kitchen. They are weak and fragile. Misandrist says all men are dogs and women are superior to them. Feminism says it's all about equality and not superiority. So here are some things that women say to justify hating men. And I want y'all to see this because I actually did the math. So y'all don't have to do the math because I did the math for you. Women say globally, nearly 1 in 3 women, 30%, have experienced physical or blank violence from an intimate partner. I want you to remember that word, intimate partner. Non-partner violence or both. So even if they're not a partner, they were a former intimate partner. So what feminists and misandrists and women that hate men love to do is they love to convolute the truth. So how many women in the world are there globally? 3.99 billion women globally. 30% of 399 billion is 1,197,000,000 women out of 399 billion women. 3.99 billion divided by 1,197,000,000, rounded up to 3.33%. So out of all of the women in the world, only 3.33% of women globally are hurt by men. This is the fear mongering that we talk about in men's spaces. Women make it seem as though misogyny hurts women. But misogyny also hurts men more than it hurts women. And I'm going to explain why. Because we have to start with the narratives that men are evil, men are dogs, it's not all men, but it's always a man. That's fear mongering. You just like fear mongering because you hate men. That's all it is. You just hate men so much that you just don't want to let go of that hate. And we're going to get into why women hate men in just a second. Now, keep that number in mind as we go to the second point that women talk about. And this is what feminist, misandrist, rad femmes, this is straight from their handbook. In the United States, more than 1 in 3 women, y'all love to say that, more than 1 in 3 women, 35.6%, have experienced rape, physical violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner. Intimate partner. I'm going to say that again. Intimate partner. It's not a stranger. It's not your coworker. It's not the guy delivering coffee. It's not the Starbucks barista. It's not the person that is walking down a dark street at night on the other side of the road. Read what it says. Intimate partner. Let's break this down. The number of women in the U.S., 169.6 million as of 2023. What is 35.6% of 1.69.6 million women? Answer is 61,046,000 women. Round that into a decimal. Let's divide 1.69.6 million divided by 61,056,000. It's 2.777, but I rounded it up to 2.8%. 2.8% of women are hurt by an intimate partner in their lifetime. So out of the entire population of women, only 2.8% are hurt or harmed by an intimate partner. This is why fear-mongering exists, people. This is why feminism and rad feminism and misandry needs to be removed from the internet, because it's a bunch of fear-mongering. 2.8% of 169.6 million women is not a lot of women. Now, in no way are we trying to diminish or devalue women's suffrage. What we're doing here is we're saying we know it happens, but it's not happening to the grand extent that feminism and misandry tries to make it out to be. And then when we get into the raw statistics, you're more likely to be hurt by an intimate partner than a stranger. And multiple people have said that. So why are we still having the same discussion about who is going to do who? What's going to happen? Who's going to do this? We already know who's more likely to harm women versus who's not. That's why IPV, intimate partner violence, is far worse than anything a woman can ever experience. And in all time, I'm going to tie everything together at the end. If you just joined, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button. The topic of tonight is modern women say misogyny is worse. Or are they right? And we're going through real data and statistics. So you're going to learn something. So get your pen, get your paper, get your notepad, your notes app on your iPhone, and let's learn. So, women hate men based on what men do, which is a valid concern. However, misandrists and feminists alike fail to understand the real plight of women is not because of men, but the men that women choose to be with. There's some truth. Y'all didn't want to hear that, but I'm going to go into detail. Let's look at the numbers. Because over here, we don't deal with opinion. We deal with facts, data, and verified statistics. And I want you to notice a recurring theme while we're going through the statistics. Just under 15% of women, 14.8%, and 4% of men in the U.S. have been injured as a result of what? Intimate partner violence. Y'all keep hearing me say that for a reason. This is verified statistical data that women talk about. This is not me saying this. This is what women are talking about. That included the R word, physical violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner. Guys, we deal with facts. I want you to write down the word intimate partner. Because whenever you think about men hurting women, that's the only person you need to be thinking of is the intimate partner. Because out of all the statistical data that I've looked at, from the RAIN website to the women's DV website to the SA website for women, all three say the exact same thing. IPV, intimate partner violence. That's what's doing it. IPV. I'm reading the statistics now. IPV. Let's continue. So 81% of women who experience the R word, stalking, or physical violence from an intimate partner, we just keep hearing that word over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I don't get why feminists and misandrists don't connect the dots. reported significant impact, short-term or long-term, like injuries or symptoms of PTSD. So if you have a bad partner, they will literally give you PTSD. It's statistically proven that if a woman chooses a bad partner in life, they will get PTSD. 81% of women experience PTSD from bad partners. Two-thirds, 66.2% of female stalking victims were stalked by current or former intimate partners.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Intimate partner. You keep hearing that word over and over and over and over again. But these feminists and misandries that hate men don't understand that it's the man that you choose that matters. But women don't care about that. This is why over on this page, I stress so much to women of any race to pick the best partner you can pick. Because it's more deadly for you as a woman to pick a bad partner than it is for a man. We just went through the stats. 90% of a woman's issue, it's not misandry, it's the men that you pick to date, marry, and have children with. That's the real issue. It's not misandry, it's not misogyny. It's the men you choose to pick. And then you blame misogyny. It's really you. It's really you that picks the worst partner in the world. And then you get mad when something bad happens. But if you pick the right guy, you'll live a successful life. Let's go forward. Here we go. This is what I just said. The real issue is IPV. Who chooses your intimate partner? Women. This is not to shame women, but to show women that their choices in men can lead to bad outcomes and bad relationships. Bad experience with a partner leads to hatred of men. Also, who a woman lets into her home is very important because we can't forget the kids. Kids are victims too, single mothers. You just be letting any old Tom and Harry into your house, and then you wonder why your children are acting differently now that a random man that you barely know is in your house. Who a woman lets into her home is very important. This affects single mothers the most. Who a woman decides to marry, lay with, and even date long term will, not can, but will affect her entire life if she chooses the wrong man. Women need to be selective in dating and marriage. Only dating men that meet realistic qualifications. Here we go. Children witnessed violence in nearly 1 in 4. Here we go. Intimate partner violence cases filed in state court. 30 to 60% of intimate partner violence, perps also hurt children in the household. So not only are they hurting you, but they're turning around and hurting your children. 40% of child abuse victims also reported experiencing DV or domestic violence. 40%. One study found that children exposed to violence in the home were 15 times more likely to be physically and or essayed than the national average. So, ladies, who you decide to date and marry will either make or break your entire life and the lives of your children. Because nobody's born a misandrist. Misandry is not born. Misandry is made. And if you think for 1 second that women don't hate men just for being men, oh, I got something that will rattle your world. Because I pay attention to what women say, to what women are talking about, to what women are doing, what they're thinking, because it matters. Because in order to get a full perspective, you have to talk to women and get their side of the story and what they believe. And there's more women that hate men than men that hate women. You never would see a man get on any type of social media and make a video talking about, I hate men, I hate women. We need to be more meaner to women. We need to be more mean to women. You will never find that. But women will get online and make a video about hating men and encouraging other women to hate men. Don't believe me? I'll play a video for you right now.
Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think, how can I ruin a man's day? How can I gaslight, manipulate, disadvantage a man in my life? Bonus points if they are happy, if they are financially stable, they're really at a good place in their life. How can I center my day to derail that man from his goals and his dreams and going to bed with a smile on his face? This message isn't for everyone. Today, start to
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
That was a video complete with comments about what women believe with men. And the reason why I wanted to play that video was because it's real. Women don't like us. Women don't care about us. Women want to have a world where we don't exist. And that is 100% verifiable. Even if you don't believe me, go on social media and look it up for yourself. You'll go on TikTok and type in misandry. Go on Facebook and type in misandry. And then go on Reddit and type in misandry. It's all over social media. It's all over internet videos, YouTube, the news, the mainstream news has even talked about misandry and misogyny. But what they don't tell you is that misogyny hurts men more than it hurts women. So let's continue. How does this radicalization start? I was doing some digging and I wanted to see, where does it start? And again, shout out to the pro-black women that are watching this stream. I know y'all are watching. Hit that like button. Shout out to all the feminists in the house, the misandries that hate me and all the other SYs, BM guys. How does this start? Based on my research and talking with so many different people, I created a step-by-step radicalization of women. The number one is woman grows up in a single mother or toxic house where there's no man or the man is bad. You can tell who has a father and who doesn't by the way they talk to you. If you're a man on social media, do this experiment. Do it tomorrow, do it tonight. Talk to a woman on social media. Notice how radical she is. I can almost bet money she doesn't have a father. Because women that have fathers do not hate men. I've spoken to plenty of women that have fathers and plenty of women that don't. And the common consensus throughout the difference between women that have fathers and women that don't are that women that have fathers talk to men like crap. Women that do not have fathers hate men. Women that do not have fathers disrespect, degrade, and deflect against men. Women that have fathers, oh, they're the best thing since sliced bread, regardless of race. A black woman that had a father growing up is one you should marry. Any woman that had a father in her life growing up is a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. She's stable. She is nice. She is feminine. She is fun. And she's very respectful. I've been around feminine women a lot. That's how I know. In order for a woman to be around me, friend or not, you have to be feminine. I don't do the masculine back and forth. I don't do masculine women at all. Because women know they're wrong. They know their part and they play it very well. They're not trying to be a man because they have one already. Number two, this shapes her views on men based on the bad father or lack of a father in her life as she grows up. This is 100% verifiable. 100%. She may suffer mental, blank abuse, be introduced to adult things too early, be preyed on by bad men, or all the above. 9 times out of 10, a woman that came from a single family household has all the above happen. 90% of the time, that's how it always happens. She will grow up to resent the father that left and hate men for the bad things that happened to her as a child and young adult. So this is like the radicalization process. Because when you're a woman growing up without a father, you are very susceptible to anything. You're very susceptible. You're a sitting duck. You don't know what it's like to be vulnerable because you've been vulnerable your entire life. You don't know what it's like to give and take because you've been giving and people have been taking your entire life. You don't know how to be humble, kind, and compassionate because you were around people who ruined you. So what do? You take that pain and that anger and that aggression and you take it out on men. You take it out on men who don't deserve it. You have a lot of hatred and a lot of aggression that you need to let out, and men are not punching bags. We are tired of being women's punching bags. We're tired of being the black woman's punching bag. So she will grow up again to resent the father that left and hate men for the bad things that happened to her as a child and young adult. And here we go. Number 5. The woman is shaped by her past instead of healing from it. Uses it as fuel to hate all men. She will join alt-right groups such as pro-black woman only, rad fem leaning, take on the misandry's label, or become a feminist. All of these anti-male groups are extremely anti-male. They're extremely anti-male. And I've interacted with these groups for years. And they all have the same talking point, the same statistics, the same beliefs. They always post videos about how men are bad and men are this and men are that and men. They talk about decentering men. But if you were to really decenter men, you would have nothing to talk about. You really wouldn't. These women talk about men all day, every day, like it's a 9-to-5 job. Like they're actually getting paid real money to talk about men. And I believe, yes, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe a lot of these accounts are being paid to talk about black men. It's not far-fetched at all. I believe that a lot of these accounts are being paid money to talk crap about black men and men in general. Why else would they have so many anonymous burner accounts? Why do you think if you go on social media right now, it will always be a Wojak or an African person, or let me show you. There'll always be, let me see, because I got proof. There'll always be some sort of Wojak cartoon head. This is how you know it's this is how you know. Here we go. Where is it? Whenever you see the Wojak cartoon face, hold on. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to pull it up right now. Whenever you see the Wojak face, you know it's a fake profile, and they're either an African or a Taylor, and they're not a black American woman. So let me show you what I mean. Here we go. This is the Wojak face, y'all. And I want you to, have you seen this Wojak face? I want you to comment down below in the chat put a 1 in the chat if you've been on social media and you've seen a Wojak face similar to this. Because this is a fake profile active on Twitter right now that's posing as a black woman. And these are the types of people that, these are the types of people that claim to be black women. These are the exact types, the Africans, the tethers. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a white man behind this account. It's always a Wojak meme that's talking crap about black men. If it's not a Wojak meme, it's either a woman with her phone in front of her face, or it's a woman with a profile picture of like their eyes scribbled out. It's always the same. And you want me to believe that these women are American women? No. They're CIA-controlled women. That's what they are. Any woman that hates men is CIA-controlled. Y'all can get mad at me all you want. Y'all can leave angry comments, but that doesn't change the fact that it's true. Women that hate men are CIA controlled. Clip it, make that shit go viral. So, she will find other women that believe what she does and be a part of those groups that hate men instead of going to therapy and healing her pain. She will go on to lead a lonely life filled with hate, misery, and despair. Never fully understanding love and relationships and be doomed to a life of cats and dogs. Women become radicalized by consuming pink pill content or by their own bad choices in men. I'm going to play a video of a woman that dated women. But she dated women and she understood. I'm going to play a video of a woman who dated women. And because she dated women, she understood why men say what we do about women. It's funny that when women date women, or women are bisexual, lesbians, they always say that we were right about women. So what is it that men say about women that is so wrong when if a woman dates a man, if a woman dates a woman, she'll say the same thing. So isn't it safe to say that it's not the men that are the issue? It's women? Isn't it safe to say that women create misogyny? Isn't it safe to say that women create misogynistic men based on how they treat little boys when they grow up? Isn't it safe to say that? I think it is. Behind every misogynist is a woman that treated him like crap. Standing men up on dates, making men pay for a free meal, going over to his house just to give him blue balls, leading him on, making fun of him, laughing at him, picking on him, calling him names. The list goes on. And then you wonder why men grow up and they become misogynists. men become misogynist because women create them. So you can't complain about the monster you created. Maybe if you treated men better, you would get better results, ladies. Let's play the video.
Last year. And since then,
Wait a minute now. She said, the more I date women, the more I understand heterosexual men. How many of y'all have been in that situation? You're out with a pretty woman. Y'all had a nice night, and the check comes, and she's doing the shuffle away, like she's looking down at the bill, looking at you, looking down at the bill again, looking at you, looking around, looking at you, and she's just waiting on you to pay. I've been through that. We all have. Let's not even sit up here and lie. We've all been through that as men. There'll be women are slick. Women think they're slick. They'll bat their eyes. They'll cross their legs and look at you all seductively and all nice. And they'll rub their hands together like they're an old school villain. They're like Skeletor, rubbing their hands together, looking at you. Yeah, he's gonna pay this bill tonight, and I'm gonna get some free food. Yes, yes. But anyway, I want you to pay attention to what this woman's saying because it's very relevant to what we're trying to say overall. And a thank you from a woman after paying the tab. How many of y'all have ever gotten thanked by a woman? I think I know the answer to this already.
Oh, hell no!
We haven't gotten one single thank you from no woman paying a bill. Not one. If you've ever gotten a thank you, leave a comment down below. If you've ever been thanked by a woman that you took out on a date for the date or for paying the time.
and I never heard from her again. It really made
Ghosting. How many of you have ever been ghosted by a woman? Show of hands. I'm going to raise my hand because I've been ghosted. Have you been ghosted? If you've been ghosted by a woman, like this video and leave a comment below. We've all been ghosted. And these are all things that contribute to misogyny. You take a woman out. You take a woman out. You think there's a vibe there. You think the date is going good. She thanks you, says good night, and you never hear from her again. And then you do that for about 5 to 6 more times. Maybe even 7. And then eventually you start to hate women, not because they're a woman, but because every time you take a woman out on a date, they ghost you, or they lie to you, or they stand you up, or they leave you at the time. And then you wonder why misogyny exists. Misogyny exists because women create the misogynist. It's a pretty simple concept to understand. If a bunch of men hate you as women, you have to take a step back and understand why. And it all started when you would accept a date from a guy you didn't like, let him pay a $100 to $200 time, and then you rinse and repeat with about 3 to 4 or 5 guys, and then you wonder why men don't like women and men are so critical of women. It's because of women, not because of men. Get it? Do you understand now, ladies? Do you understand now? How many of y'all have ever had a woman say that to you? Like, you're so good with my animal, I should get a wedding dress ready, or I should start telling my friends about you, and it's the first day. Y'all ever had that happen? Put a 1 in the chat or leave a comment. How many of you have ever been blue-balled by a woman? Where a woman is like, yeah, let's go back to my place, and you want to come up? You want to come up to my place? Now, we all know when a woman invites you to her house, you kind of already know what she wants to do. Because again, women are not just going to come out and say, hey, you want to get nasty tonight? Women aren't going to do that. They don't want to feel like a 304 for giving it to you on a first date. So what they'll do is they'll dress it up to make them feel less guilty about sleeping with you on the first date. But another reason why men get angry at women is because a woman will lead a man on. She'll say, hey, you want to go up to my place? And then you talk, y'all BS, y'all don't even do what you came there to do. And then she does this on purpose to lead a guy on. And then you wonder why misogyny exists. Because of women. That's what it is. It's the expectations of the evening. Ladies, if you invite a man to your house and you invite a man into your house, the expectation you're setting is, we are going to do something nasty tonight. That is the expectation that any man across the board is going to expect. You know this, but what you do is you set an expectation and then you don't deliver. And then you wonder why men get mad at women. And they get angry and upset with women. And then a woman's response is, see, this is where men are emotional creatures and men can't control their emotions and men need to keep themselves on a leash. No. The man is reacting to you based on the expectations you gave him. I'm going to say that a little bit slower, just in case there's somebody that isn't getting what I'm saying. Men react to your expectations not being fulfilled. So when you don't fulfill what you said you were going to do, that's what causes the reaction from the man. Get it? All right. All right. For those of you who just joined, I'm going to ask you to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. We're going to do our like button song real quick. Hit that like button real quick. Go ahead.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it, ow, ow.
Go ahead and hit that like button. Back to what we were talking about, misandry. So, here's a little woman logic for you. I made this little diagram, this little drawing so that you can understand. So, women are adults, and adults can make their own choices. When an adult makes their own choices, only the adult is responsible for the outcome. You often hear women say, well, what about the men? Why aren't we talking about the men? The men this, the men that, men. But when an adult, hold on. When an adult makes their own choices, only the adult is responsible for them. I just want to make sure that we all understand that before we move on. If you're an adult, you are responsible for the choices that you make and the outcome that you get. Understand? Great. Now, woman logic says, I'm a woman and I'm an adult, but my choices are not my own. My choices are a result of men. Instead of taking accountability, I'm going to blame all my misfortunes on men. Men are the problem. So instead of you being an adult and taking accountability for your own actions that you chose to make when you are an adult, you say men are the problem. Men hear things like this from women daily. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard any of these things. Men are bad. Be better man. All men till it's no man. You're misogynistic. Toxic masculinity. Men are going to hurt you. Never trust a man. Not all men, but it's always a man. And this is what women think about men. Men keep crying about misandry when misogyny deletes, and misandry is an internet comment you don't like. Misandry is just as bad as misogyny. Let's check out the comments. One person says, I choose the bear. Someone else says, sorry, no, misandry is not just a reaction to misogyny. 126 people laughed at that comment. The OP was a trans person, so it's kind of sus to quote tweet them and say, man, kind of transphobic. OP was mostly, well, anyway, am I the only person who doesn't know what misandry is? Next set of comments. Males scream misandry when you simply reference things they've actually done, but not all men do them. They don't want to hear it, so they just start throwing the word around. Men are afraid of being laughed at. Women are afraid of being deleted. Margaret Atwood. Misogyny is the result of the patriarchy. Misandry is a response to misogyny. So let me ask this. If misandry is a response to misogyny, and women cause misogyny because they treat men like crap, then wouldn't women be responding to themselves, but blaming men for their own actions? Because women are the real misogynistic ones and it's not men. Think about that. Misandry doesn't exist. Yes, it does. And don't let these males convince you that it does. It is what they are calling the dismantling of misogyny and not being defined as males. In it, oppression is not about being disliked. It's about being denied your rights through violence and systematic power. But again, what rights are women being denied? I want to ask a question to the ladies that may be watching this stream in an incognito window or on a cell phone or a computer. What rights do you not have due to what I just said? What rights are you being denied in 2025? What rights? Leave a comment below. More comment says there is no actual confusion between feminism and misandry. The misogynists spread the lie that both are the same because they don't want women to have equal value in the world. I don't know why they hate women so much. Last comment, there is no confusion between feminism and misandry. It's easy to understand the difference between the two. The misogynists just like to spread the lie that feminism and misandry are the same. But misogyny deletes women, but it also deletes men. Women are taught men bad. This is what women are taught. Men bad. Women are good. Instead of being taught, women and men can be bad or good. It depends on the actual person. Being born a man doesn't make anyone bad or good. It's their choices that make them bad or good. How are men affected by misogyny or by women? The U.S. male deletion rates and trends. In 2023, the deletion rate among males was 22.8% per 100,000 people, which was nearly 4 times higher than the rate among females at 5.9 per 1,000. Men account for roughly 79% of all deletions in the U.S. But all in all, misogyny hurts men. As a woman, we understand that women have a plight. But 90% of the time, that plight is a self-inflicted plight. A lot of IPV happens because you choose the wrong partner to date. You not only choose the wrong partner, but statistics and data show that more women choose the wrong partner than those that do. Than those that don't. Choosing the wrong partner, allowing them around your kids, allowing them into your lives breeds contempt for men everywhere. My petition to women, instead of demonizing all men, let's look ourselves in the mirror and realize that we are part of the problem too. If you really want to have gender equality as a woman, you have to realize that you caused misogyny, not the other way around. Misogyny doesn't happen out of thin air. Misogyny happens when misogyny doesn't happen out of thin air. Misogyny happens when women treat men like second-class citizens, when women lie on men, when women falsely accuse men, when women discredit, dismantle, and destroy men, when they constantly post online how much they hate men, and then men have to be reminded day after day that they're the #1 hated group in America. A lot of people will say the black woman is the most unsafe person in the world. I beg to differ. It's the black man. Because black women can fall behind white supremacy and be protected. Black men cannot. In this video, I hope as a woman that you learn that you are responsible for your own actions. And as a man, I want you to know that we understand and hear your struggle. And we will continue to fight for truth, justice, and equality for men everywhere, including outside of the United States. I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you all for coming out. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Don't forget, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and then tickle that notification bell that will let you know every time I upload content. And until the next video, peace.
Not just what's in sight, yeah. Brothers stand tall, let's rewrite the code. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Truth in your headphones, ready to unload. Phase with a confident cadence, supported by laid-back beats and a smooth bass line. The vibe is gritty, yet motivating. Yeah. Keep it real, stay strong, rise above the hype.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2. This is Thomas on the air.
Outta here.
Pulling back the curtains, truth is laid bare. No fake smiles, no filters, no disguise. Just a raw reflection in your mind.